Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about anger. Is anger an important emotion? Do we need anger? I don't think we need it. I used to think that anger was a natural emotion. I bet people would probably agree with that. We naturally get angry. Most everybody does. Not everybody gets angry. You ever met anybody who doesn't get angry? They seem like weirdos. They seem weak. We have especially a lot of men, we have this false notion that anger is strength or is power. A lot of men think that they find their power in anger. They may feel weak or emasculated most of the time, but when they get angry, all of a sudden those brain cells start firing, their blood starts pumping, they feel more alive than they ever have. It's like a drug. You can get addicted to anger, to that sensation, to the feeling. A lot of people want to ride that white horse just like it's a drug, just like it's doing dope. Make yourself angry. And they may not do this consciously, saying, well, I'm going to get high, so let's try to get angry over something. But that's what they're doing. They're seeking a sense of power, confidence, an inner feeling of being in control of something. So they let themselves get pushed over that edge. I've suffered from anger issues since I was a kid. I really had to philosophize on why. Why do I get so angry? Some people don't. Some people don't really get as angry. We can have two people in a scenario that's really fucked up. One can get really angry and one will just be like, whatever. Some people get mildly angry. There's all these different levels of it, and it's not just simply different scenarios. Put them all through the same scenario. Take 10 people, put them all through the exact same scenario. You will get 10 different responses. Different levels of anger. Some maybe not get angry at all. Some get so angry they explode. They have a heart attack. I've done some really stupid shit just because I've been angry. I've almost ruined my life many times. Committed horrible acts of violence when I'm angry. Revenge plots, all kinds of dumb shit. I think it was really a few years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. I was having it was really just a bad week. I got into a few confrontations that week. And I realized I got to get in control of my anger or this is going to be just really hard for me as I get older. It gets worse. If you don't get in control of your anger now, it gets worse. As you get older, it gets harder to deal with. That's why you see some of these old curmudgeon, older men that they're just impossible to deal with. And they walk around nasty and angry. They are. And they have been. And it's a sickness. There's a lot in this world that you can get angry at if you choose to. Anger's a choice. It feels like a natural emotion. Naturally get angry. If you do this, it's like A plus B is C, a little equation. If you do this, then I'll react in this way. And we warn people, don't make me angry, like we're the Incredible Hulk and Bruce Banner. Wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry. We use our anger as a punishment. We use it as a tactic to try and control other people's behavior. Are you controlling your family, your wife and your kids with your anger? Do they obey you because of your potential anger, because they don't want to make you angry? That's not much of a relationship if you think about it. It may feel good to you like you're a little dictator, because all you know that if you want to get your way, all you got to do is flare your nostrils, get a little pissy, and everybody scatters like water bugs. Everybody falls into place. A lot of emasculated, weak men, this is why they look at anger as power. It's because they can't get respect. They can't get people to fall in line. behind them as a leader until they become a tyrant, until they become dangerous, aggressive. I fell into that trap with business. It was interesting because I remember it was probably 2005 and the shop was really rocking and rolling. I had just set it up here in Florida and we were doing really well. I was starting a lot of accounts with a lot of different vendors for wholesaling their products. Vance and Hines and Corbin, Mustang Seats, all kinds of different accessory companies. And many of these companies I found hard to deal with when I would talk to their sales reps or whoever my contact was in their corporate offices. Some of them were easier to deal with than others, obviously. It's just what capitalism is. But some of them were difficult with these monthly accounts. And I found it on their end that a lot of times with these bigger companies that they didn't have a very tight organization and they would forget about stuff, lose information. It just got to be a constant battle with these people and they would give me the runaround when I would call up and act really nice. Hey, this is Sky from Sinister. Can you check your books? I think that there's something wrong here. Can you check my account? Whatever. And they would often blow me off, treat me kind of like shit. But I've always been a fighter, and I've always been persistent, and I've always had anger issues. And when I would explode on them, yell at them, blow up, become the badass that I am, I can be business mode, but I have that motherfucker out in the streets. And maybe I tried to get rid of that personality, but it's still in there. That dragon is still asleep, and I could turn on you quick. Go ask my brother. Turn on you quick. Like that, you wouldn't even realize what happened. Your head would be spinning. Wait, what the fuck just happened here? And we just went from friends to enemies. And I would find that as soon as I become angry, as soon as I start yelling and screaming, making threats, acting belligerent, just really getting mad. What, motherfucker? What the fuck did you just say? Getting out of control. That's not a business-like way to act. That's the streets. And I would bring that shit into the boardroom, and then shit would start happening. These motherfuckers start jumping quick. Oh, yes, sir, Sky. Yes, sir. They all call me Mr. Sinister. Yes, sir, Mr. Sinister. Yes, sir. And it used to frustrate me. I remember talking to my girlfriend about this and just being like, why? Why doesn't shit happen? Why don't people do what I say or just even treat me with respect until I get angry? The only way I can feel like that shit happens at all is when I blow up. And then it works out great. Oh, it was such a terrible lesson. I realized that I was doing this to myself because when I set up these accounts, I wasn't taking the time to hash out the details, ask the right questions, ask the dumb questions just to get it out there, sign contracts. I was doing handshake deals and just kind of trying to be friends with people that I don't even know. And I would get myself into scenarios where I didn't know the rules or I didn't understand the culture at a certain company. Every company has a certain culture. I didn't do my research properly. All these things I could have done, I didn't do. I just walked into these scenarios and I would find myself getting really frustrated. Why am I being treated this way? And sure, maybe I deserve to be treated better, but we all have to look at what you think you deserve and what reality is. And sometimes we're in situations that aren't going to easily go our way. And how do you handle that? Is anger your go-to? Are you like I used to be, where anger was the only way shit got done? I have done a lot over the last 4 years or so, 5 years, to get on top of my anger. In fact, I can't think of a single explosive time that I got angry within the last 2 years, not even once, which is a big deal for me. And on top of that, I can't even think of just a single time I got angry. I'm not talking about explosive anger where you act like a dickhead. I'm just talking about just even if it's inside and bottled up and you're just like, Well, I didn't like that. And you're just driving around pissed off and you don't display any emotions. It's just inside you. We all get like that maybe multiple times a day. I haven't even done that in a year. 12 months have gone by. I haven't even gotten angry once. And I didn't lose any power. I didn't lose any leadership skills. I didn't lose any management skills. I didn't lose any respect. It's a completely new thing for me. And I've really, really been wondering this year, what's the point of anger? And do I really need it? Is it actually a natural emotion? Or is it a triggered emotion that we are either taught or that we adopt on our own as children, as babies? I'll end the video here. You can think about this, but I had a psychiatrist tell me one time, because I've had a lot of problems and I've been to a lot of psychiatrists. Anger has always been a problem. And he told me one time, this is a guy I really respect, this guy Robert Jameson, really a smart guy. And he told me one time that anger is really defined, what it is you not getting your way. That's what anger is. Anger is you not getting your way. That's what anger is. You think, what is anger? You didn't get your way. And when you think about it like that, you wonder, wow, do I really need this emotion? Is this serving me? When something doesn't serve you anymore, you have to let it go. And that's how we level up. Ask yourself, do you need anger? If you do, and you feel strongly about it, leave me a comment below and describe and educate me. Teach me why you need anger. Thanks for watching.